Struggling with prop firms? Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going over the break and retest strategy, and we're going to be using gold. Now obviously this is a huge bullish push to the upside. I'm going to be showing you how you can capitalize on these kind of situations, how you can take entries, draw your zones, how you can draw your zones. I'm a 700k funded trader. Also, by the way, huge shout out to one of my students. Link will be in the video description if anyone is interested of joining my one-to-one mentorship. Well, she's getting her first ever prop firm payout. Huge props. This is just where I'm posting my student success, my success, and just my winning trades, losing trades, and catching just 1 to 12. And if I even quickly show you, you can even check where I'm catching these 1 to 14s, 1 to 12s, 1 to 22s. Passing prop firm challenges, risking 0.5%, and passing prop firm challenges in one trade. Those videos have been doing really well. The response I've been getting as well. Thank you for the support. And so without wasting time, let's draw zones, right? Okay, so what I want to do, actually, I'm just getting a bit confused. You know what, let's move this out of the way. Okay, so you can go to take basically any time frame and whatever you want to draw your zones on. You also can get a idea, if you look at the daily, what is market mostly doing. Obviously, clearly we are bullish. Even if you go on the 4-hour time frame, we are bullish. What does that mean? I like to simplify trading, keep it super simple. So when I look at the trend, I just feel like, okay, which direction is the river flowing? In this case, this river, it flows up or down, right? So we can see it's flowing upwards. I only want to focus on buys, because think about it, right? If you threw a football in the river, right, you gotta do the ball has to do less effort. It will just automatically just go with the river, right? The direction the river is flowing. So the water, the river, the current does all the heavy lifting, if that makes sense. So let's just draw the zones first of all. Just one moment. So okay, one problem that I've seen people normally have is drawing their zones. They normally focus too much on the wick rejections, right? There's nothing ideally wrong with that, but you want to align these with other things. And now in this case here, so let's just example pick the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, I can see the all bullish candles. Where to draw my zones now? So in this case here, I'm seeing one wick go to the upside, one wick going to the downside. What does that mean? This is my support, this is my resistance, and this is my breakout, right? Now when you see something like this, even though there's not like a bullish candle then suddenly a bearish, which is another form of resistance, here there is a zone here, right? Now let's go to the small time frame. Look at that, even better. Rejection wick for the resistance, breakout, multiple wick support. This is a zone. Resistance wicks, support wick. Look at this, even better confirmation here. This is a zone. Let's go on the 1 hour. Look at this. Now this one not too clear, but you're going to get sometimes wicks like that, and you do not worry when that happens. Resistance here as well. Now again, these wicks, they're going through. Does that mean ideally this zone is broken? Not really, right? Whenever you see wicks respecting the zone perfectly, it's a good zone. Whenever you see wicks going through the zone, it is still a zone, because where has the candle body closed though? Below the zone, right? Here's the first breakout. Price comes back, and you can see if I go to a small time frame, look at this price. Look at it, respected perfectly. Price breaks above for the first time, support wicks, and shoots up. How can you take advantage of this? Well, this was when the market actually gapped. So this is around 4:30. Maybe was it due to news? I can't remember. I don't know. This is on a Wednesday, but just for example's sake. I was just checking on Forex Factory, was actually news today. But okay, whatever the reason may be, right? We gotta approach. This is why obviously our advice, just check early on. What news are coming out, and they can always be fully prepared. Now you can see obviously price super strong bullish candle. And why do I call these super strong 100% candle strength? Super strong bullish candles, because if I turn on the candle strength indicator, you can see 100% candle strength. I don't use these indicators anymore. But I just always keep them there anyway, right? So now price has shot to the upside. We're getting this bullish push to the upside on the 30-minute. Price has broken through again. This is not your fake out. This is still a breakout. I just look at everything super simple, and I call them what they are. Zone breakout to the upside, breakout to the downside, back breakout to the upside. This breakout is different though. This bullish one is a super strong bullish candle. Price comes back down, multiple wick rejections, and now if I do this, and you can still get a nice 1 to 3, 1 to 4. But if you want to refine this, right? If you want to refine this, let's take it that extra step forward. What can you see here now? Super strong bullish engulfing candle. Let's change the color of this. Super strong bullish engulfing candle. Do you want to take your entry straight away? Well, no. Price normally does either retrace a little bit. Well, the candle retrace around 30 to 50% back. Refine this and then just take either stop loss below the zone. Below this wick would be even safer because it's below the wick and the zone. If you went for a little bit of a aggressive entry, will be below these two wicks. And this will still give you a nice trade. Obviously price is quite bullish right now, so price is at this present moment. Let's go on a bigger time frame, and yeah, so this is how you could basically capitalize, even though when market is looking like I should be staying away from this. No, there are always zones within zones, just where there are trends within trends. You can always capitalize. Like even look at this here, right? Someone's gonna look at this and be like, where do I get in? What can I do with this, right? No, let me just show you. So zone here, let me change the color of this so you can okay, I've got my zone here, right? Now we're gonna identify the breakout. Okay, perfect. This is a decent strong bullish candle. Let's go to a small time frame. Perfect, absolutely perfect here. Super strong bullish candle. We've got a little bit of a trend line forming going to the upside, right? We've got only bullish candles forming. This bullish candle is very, very weak, but bullish candle forms, but it's not really any value. Why? It's formed above support. If this was a very weak bullish candle but below the resistance, and then bearish candles start forming a resistance, that's when you get a bit worried. This is a very, very weak bullish candle, long wick rejection, but it's above resistance, so I'm not really bothered. Let's go into a smaller time frame. Oh, I should have actually put it on playback, so you can because when you change the time frames, then it just sends me back to the present moment. Okay, look at this. So we got multiple wick rejections, and what do you notice about these wicks? These wicks are higher than the previous low of the previous wick. Indication we are moving higher and higher. That's ideally what you want to see. Again, same here. Price is only going higher and higher. If now obviously we have price at this moment of time. Now this is obviously Asian session about to start, and price just spikes. Actually, just one moment. Sorry. Price just spikes all the way to the top. And then, my advice is we do not trade, but I'm just using this for the example, right? But as you can see here, price is going higher and higher and higher. When would this, in my eyes, no longer be a bullish trend or a bullish push, right? Everyone might have, say, if it breaks below this zone, in my eyes, and some of you might even agree, if it pushes below here, right? Let me just draw this. If it pushes below through here, right, and then you can focus on that. But ideally you want a bigger shift, right? Because this trend is bullish for the for this part. Ideally, if you want a major shift, you want to focus on a major shift, what I'm trying to say, where it breaks that level, and then right, that's what have I done here? Let me just sort this out for you so there's no confusion. Okay, yeah, ideally that's what you want, right? And then you can just focus on the sells. Now we're in a bullish push to the upside, so let's see if we was to focus on let me just go on to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what time. We're not still in oh, we have arrived here, but I think price is already just okay. So when you can even see this here. Again, this is Asian session, but I'm just going to use this for the example. Bullish wick, right? You can see a bearish wick here on the same alignment, right? And this is ideally what you want. We see a bullish candle breakout. Price comes down to test their support, and now obviously you can look at this. And why is this a good level? Why? Because look at this bullish candle breakout. This was the resistance. And I can even refine this even more, right? But we'll just keep it nice and simple. Price comes back down after this breakout. Price comes back down. If I go to a smaller time frame, 5-minute time frame, because the price is always going to give clues, right? Always going to give clues. We got a bearish candle break to the downside now, right? What does this mean though? Do I take a sell? Right? No, I'm not. I've got my major structures are not being broken. For me, this is still a bullish trend. If this, breaks below this zone, then I'll be like, okay, right? And this can be your major structure zone. If it breaks through this one, you can think about taking sells. Below this one, I'm definitely taking sells. Now, obviously, we get a super strong bullish candle back, but now it's above the this line that I've drawn on the bigger time frame, and you can see how perfectly I've drawn, because once it breaks above, it's respected it perfectly, and price just shoots all the way up, right? And you can, just practice this. Happens all day, every day. It's happened well before me, and it'll continue happening before after me as well. Price breaks through again, comes back down. You can break this down to a small time frame. Let's actually do that as well. Let's break this down to a small time. The more I dissect this, the easier for you guys to understand. By the way, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Just dropping values like this every 2-3 days. Okay, look at this. Zone was drawn here. This was the peak of the mountain. Look at this. Bullish candle, weak, long wick rejection. Price comes down, super weak rejection candle here, but the body of the candle closes above. If you go to a small time frame, you'll get some kind of a rejection. Okay, here, perfect. Bullish candle breakout, price comes down, bullish candle. This is like a support established. This is like a resistance here, obviously, but this is its own support that's been established. You could take a buy from here and then let price do everything else after that. Win or lose, that's different, right? Doesn't matter even if this turns out to be a losing trade, or obviously turns out to be a nice winner. But win or lose, don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process. Make sure you're taking those high probability setups. Find currency pairs that are already trending. That'll be my advice. Find currency pairs that are already trending. And if you are still struggling, and you've been struggling for a while, and you're looking for one-to-one mentorship from myself, where students are finding success, and I post these on the pretty much daily basis. I've not been trading for the last 2 days, but you can see on Nasdaq, absolutely killing it with Nasdaq. 1 to 12s, 1 to 10s, 1 to 8s, 1 to 9s. If you when you join the Discord, you can see on the welcome page, passing profit challenges in one trade, 8% profit target with 0.5% risk, 2 profit, risking 0.5% in 1 day. Student number 4 on the FTMO leaderboard. This is a 1 to 22 RR. That's a very interesting video, turning £10 into £220. Passing multiple profit challenges in 4 days, multiple, right? But yeah, it's all about the skill set. And if you want to learn the skill set, link will be in the video description. Or you can even buy my super affordable, probably the most affordable course on the internet, only £99. So yeah, link will be in the video description. Check that out. I hope I provided value. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Take care.